Okay, we're going to be working solving for unknowns. So in the last questions we were just simplifying. In this question we actually have an equal sign and we have values on both sides of the equal sign, which means we can probably solve for our variable, which is x. X is the unknown variable here. In order to do this, I want to be separating x from all other terms. So the very first step will be best to get any coefficient with a variable. Let's put them all on one side of the equal sign. And any constant term, we put on the other. So I'm going to put all the constant terms on the right and any term with a variable on the left. Now when we're switching sides of equations, we always use the opposite operation. So let's say I move this negative 1.2x. Because it's subtraction, when it comes to the other side, it becomes addition. Good. Plus 3.2 minus 4.3x. We'll do this all one step. I can. I'm going to do it all one step at a time. You're right. If you can do that all in one step, I have no problem with that. Is equal to 7.7. The next thing we want to do is move our constant term, positive 3.2, to the other side. When I do that, what will it become on the other side? Yeah, good. So very simple. 8x minus 4.3 plus 1.2x is equal to 7.7 minus 3.2. From here, we got to use our collecting like terms. All three of these are like terms. So we're going to put the coefficients together. This will give us 3.1 minus 82.3. So I'm putting it in the calculator. Let me know if that's right. Negative 2.3x. Yeah? Okay. So that becomes negative 2.3x. And over here we get 4.5. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Now to isolate x, okay, technically this says negative 2.3 times x. So because it's multiplication, how do I move it to the other side? That's right. We're going to be dividing. So we divide by negative 2.3. I'm going to need someone with a calculator to help me out here. Oh, actually, never mind. I have one. What am I talking about? All right, 4.5 divided by negative 2.3. Negative 1.95, let's say.
Is it negative 2?
No. Go to at least two decimal places. Okay. So in this question, we got negative 1.95. That was just basic algebra to isolate that variable. Okay. Second example is a little more difficult. We have a fraction on one side and just a constant term on the other. Usually it's best to try to eliminate all of our fractions to get rid of them. So, because in a fraction, what does this line mean? Division. So this is the top divided by the bottom. Well, this bottom is making the question a little harder. So since it's divided by, I want to move it to the other side. To move something that's divided by, what operation do we have to use? That's right. We would multiply on the other side. So I'm going to be bringing this over, and it's going to be multiplied by 2.4x plus 2. So let's rewrite that. We now have no more fractions, 3.5.
So does it chime yet?
It does not turn to a negative because we're not adding or subtracting. We're multiplying or dividing. So because we're multiplying, we're going to have to multiply this entire side by the bottom of that fraction. So the question now looks like this. Now here we have to use distributive property. Because it's multiplied and there's two terms inside of the bracket, we have to multiply it by both terms. So 0.2 times 2.4 is going to give us, what is that? 0. What is it? Thank you. 0.2 times 2, 0.4. 0.4. Now we're going to do the exact same stuff we did in the other equation. I'm going to try to do this all in one step. We're going to move everything that is a like term with a variable on it to the left side and all constant terms to the right. So when I do that, I'm going to get 3.5x subtract 0.48x because it was positive on the other side. And this positive 3 becomes negative on this side. When we subtract this, we're going to get 3.02x. Here we're going to get negative 2 2.6. Again, we got to isolate x. In order to do that, because this is multiplication, I have to divide the other side. So we're going to get x is equal to negative 2.6 divided by 3.02. And we'll take out a calculator for that. 2.6 negative divided by 3.02. Negative 0.86. Negative 0.86. Okay? So the more you do these, the faster you're going to be able to get through this stuff.